So, good evening. Football heritage in the bin. In the bin, bro. AC Milan out. Real Madrid, not just out, absolutely out. Talk to me, bro. What are you saying? How are you, man?
Listen, man, I've got a bone to pick with you, man, Lee. You told me Don Carlo. You told me, Lee, yeah, Don Carlo is the man giving the keys, and then he put a stink fest like that yesterday. Like, Lee,
Listen,
man.
man. Listen, you can't blame the manager, mate. Yeah, he's in phase
Why?
3. He's in phase 3, bro. The manager's in phase 3. He's won 6 trophies in 2 years. How can you blame the manager, bro? He's in phase. In fact, maybe he's elevated to phase 4 now. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, to be fair, he's exceeded expectation. Let's say the least. He's
overachieving, mate. I mean, who else could do a better job?
overachieving.
Bro, that
Lee's
was
got
mad,
away
bro. I
with
can't lie. That game, bro. That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen from a Madrid team in Europe. Like,
they got swallowed up, man.
There's a way to lose, man, and that ain't the way. You do not just bow out like that. That was embarrassing, man.
Embarrassing, mate. You know what I mean? Man City dominated from minute 0 to minute 94 or whatever it was. There was not even one phase of the game where I thought Real Madrid were going to get back in it. That's unheard of from Real Madrid. That's unheard of in terms of the heritage, in terms of, just in general, in terms of, mentality. They're the comeback kings, man. They do it all the time. But yesterday, bro, they looked defeated from the off. You know, when the first minute came in, I started seeing combinations. I started seeing Cruz have an absolute disaster class, and he was part of how many? Benzema on his own, Vinicius get pocketed by Kyle Walker.
Yep. Have you seen that little meme doing the round? Yeah, and it says Vinicius Junior's performance last night. And there's somebody picking up a dwarf.
Yes. How do they find these people? By the way, I see one guy that looks like Vinicius Junior. Yeah, how do they find? Honestly, it's crazy to think in the world. Yeah, there's another version of Lee. There's another version of me somewhere in the world.
Did you see the one at Thomas Party the other day? Thomas Party met the Thomas Party. He actually met him. It's mad.
I met him, mate. I'm telling you. Oh my God, man! But you know what? They thoroughly destroyed them. And Man City, for me, bro, I'm scared of this treble, man. I can't lie to you, man. I've just come back from City Centre here today. I've gone to get a fresh trim. I'm doing this and that. Next week, Man City fans, Saeed, watch out. We're coming for you. Saeed, you see what we're doing?
The big blue shark.
Bro, them man are there, man. I couldn't get near. Literally, I was like, let me duck that City. I see a City shirt over there. Then all of a sudden, the training structure, the train people, the one people that are working in the actual train station, I said, yo, man, you watching us? Are you watching us? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to not watch it, but yeah, I can see what you're doing, man.
They're comfortably the best team on the planet right now. And there's no one can get near them, mate. They're going to batter into Milan. I mean, that's going to be worse than last night.
Grazie. I need to learn Italian. Do you know Italian, by the way? Do you know any Italian?
Grazie, bellissimo.
Bellissimo. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
But to be fair, though,
Buongiorno.
Spanish is a little bit of Italian. Spanish and Italian are both
Latin. They're very similar languages. Very similar. But yeah, I can't speak Spanish properly. I can't even speak English properly, bro, let alone any other language.
You're right, bro. You know what?
All right, mate.
I think, to be honest with you, they are, and it's scary. I'm not going to say as far as they're going to dominate the next decade in terms of Europe and whatnot, because everyone has cycles. But in terms of right now, bro, they've got the first team. They've got people who come on instantly and make a difference. I don't know substitutions in my team, in your team, that come on and make an instant impact like that. Like Foden assists for Alvarez. Alvarez comes in, everything turns into gold. Like they're just too much, man. And I just think for me, it's like I'm tired of the Man City, and I'm also tired of Pep Guardiola, man. The guy's like that to Rio Ferdinand. I told you. Did you see that video?
Streams with Rants, man. He'll have a Told Man t-shirt on before match.
Don't give him anything, man. I've got him in a video after this, man. So I for me, he's relentless, man. Pep Guardiola is, and he's only what? He's only 52, 52, 53.
Bro, if he
Like,
goes on for as long as Fergie did, nobody will ever catch his record, mate. It'd be ridiculous. I think he's already won, 40 trophies? Let's see how many trophies these managers have won. Let's have a look. Smash the like button, people.
Crazy? Yeah, smash the like button, yeah. But you
know
what
it is? His channel as well. It's in the title.
Yeah. I think for me, obviously, with Pep Guardiola, age is on his side, but also I just feel like his way of football is going to keep evolving. I don't think he's going to be maybe as stubborn as maybe what do you call it, Alex Ferguson was. Because Alex Ferguson would say, you know what, I can do this with this team. And he would elevate teams where he might say there's no value in the market, or he might, not buy a certain player. Remember after Ronaldo came, we bought Owen and obviously Valencia. It wasn't the greatest window possible. And that's not down to him. But Pep Guardiola would demand more.
The team that you had when you last won the league, that was one of probably the worst teams under Fergie ever. Yeah, but you found Percy and Rooney on fire that season, won the league.
But you can't do that now. And Pep Guardiola knows that. You can't just, you've got teams like Aston Villa, you've got Brighton now who've got a good midfield. You've got teams now where you have to go and get Haaland. You can't just stop. You can't just say, oh, you know what, I've done it with a false nine. Maybe Fergie would have just kept it like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of giving that kind of maybe. Whereas Pep Guardiola's like, no, Haaland. We're going to go and get Haaland. So I feel like that kind of relentless nature, I think for me, that's what I've got to give it to Pep Guardiola. He doesn't stop, man. The guys in Manchester cycle around in Manchester City Centre. Like, who does that? Who does that, man? But he wants to get out maybe because he's been out indoors all day. Wants a bit of fresh air, goes for a bit of cycle, then gets back on his laptop working on what he's doing. And his master plan.
Out, starts playing Oasis.
Yeah. You know what though, man? That is the definition of a true gangster, isn't it? Like you had the Godfather, you had Pacino, you had Scarface. You know what I mean? Like they do their work, and then at the end they go and get a cigar and they say, "Look, I'm the best."
Yeah, you can't catch me.
I told you so.
Near me. Mate, the most basically managers on the planet. Yeah, this list is crazy, by the way. Yeah, Big Phil Scolari's 9th. Did you know this guy? Yeah, I didn't know he even managed in some of these countries, bro. He managed in Kuwait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But anyway, let's get to the high end, right? He won. Jose Mourinho's won 26. It could be 27. They play tonight. My manager, Don Carlo, who could do better than Arteta, obviously, has won 27. Mate, the list is just ridiculous. At 5 different clubs as well. That's mad. Pep Guardiola's on 33, according to this website. It's soon to be 36.
36. Hope not.
Valery Lobanovsky, I think I've butchered that name, from Dynamo Kiev.
Okay.
Yeah, he's won 36. Yeah, this is mad. I didn't know this either, yeah. Jock Steen, yeah, from Hibs Celtic. I mean, the trophies he won at Celtic are just ridiculous, mate. It's just a whole page. Days. Yeah, and at Dunfermline as well. He won the Scottish Cup with Dunfermline, 38. I mean, some of these managers I've never heard of. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. Luzescu. Don't know who he is.
Luzescu, no, I don't know that one.
He was Besiktas, Rapid Bucharest. I think he's Romanian. Brescia, Dinamo Bucharest, Shakhtar, Zenit, Dynamo. And then Fergie's, according to this, on 50.
50.
But some of these cups, I mean, I've never heard of the Drybrook Cup in 1980. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
That was in Scotland.
Yeah, that Scotland was when he was in Aberdeen. The trophies that guy won at Aberdeen, yeah? They're counting...
Mate!
Like, look at this, yeah? Scottish Premier League division, he won it 3 times, right? Yeah. And if you actually go through that Scottish League and how long it's been going and how many clubs have won it, I think he won it with St Mirren as well. I may be wrong. No, he did. He won it with St Mirren. He won it with so he's won it with St Mirren and Aberdeen. Yeah, I think other than that, I think Rangers and Celtic have won like 121 out of 130.
He stopped it. Yeah, he stopped. Crazy. Like he stopped. You know what I mean? He stopped the rock, and obviously he beat the great Real Madrid team as well. You know what I mean, with Aberdeen. So that's what I'm saying about Fergie. Like with Pep Guardiola, I will always give it with him is that he hasn't done it at maybe another club.
He made Man United the best on the planet. Well, they were up there with Madrid anyway. Madrid, Bayern, and Man United were the best 3, and then Barca were kind of kind of catching them back up, and then Madrid fell off a little bit, but they were always in
Yep.
conversation. The early noughties, yeah, like after that, Madrid fell off, but Barca were there. Like, and he's had to compete with that. Bayern, Madrid, like, do you know what I mean? He always kept you up there, man. He should have won more in Europe with United, but
exactly. But we played a great Barcelona time of Pep Guardiola, and he was part of that dynasty of that great 2009 team. And then I seen a little compliment today, like who would win that 2011 Pep Guardiola team or the one he's got now? I still believe that team was better. You had Messi, obviously young and probably still, you know what I mean, going towards his peak. You had Xavi, Iniesta. You had Pedro, who was unbelievable at that time. Busquets in his prime. David Villa, unbelievable. Dani Alves. I still think that team would probably keep the ball and just pass it to death. I think for me, and obviously you got the excellence of Messi on his day. So I think for me that team
that
wins.
was prime Messi as well. Like that. Well, then again, Messi's been prime until about 3 years ago, and then he's dropped.
But you know what is with that one? I feel like he was prime. Like, you know, now obviously it depends. People say his best season was probably 2016, I think it was. Hey?
12, when he scored the 91
12.
goal. 2012.
Yeah. There you go. And that was so what's a year later.
That record would never be beaten. People are trying to make out Haaland beat that 91 or 92 goals, whatever it was. They won't, because he don't play in international competitions at the highest level. Like, he don't qualify for World Cups and Euros and stuff like that. Because he plays for Norway.
You go.
Whereas Messi,
there you go.
Yeah, was playing in World Cups, scoring goals. Do you know what I mean? Like, mate, when they won all 6 cups. Yeah, Pedro, I think, is the only player to ever score in all of them. Like, in one season. Yeah, I think
he was a baller, man.
He was class.
He was a baller back in the day. You know what I mean?
I remember Jose Mourinho's first El Clasico as Madrid manager. Yeah, they backed him 5-0. 5-0. The Madristas had the hankies out, bro. They were waving the hankies. But Jose had been there about 2 months. They wanted him out.
And then they lost 6-2. They lost 6-2 in the home ground as well. Real Madrid, remember? I think it was 2010, I think, or 11. There was another time when they got beat 6-2 as well. I don't know what season it was, but they got smashed up over there. So listen, it's not only United getting smashed up, you know, in these derbies, you know.
It's not just about Arsenal getting smashed up in Europe either, by the way. Like, I mean, we smashed the stadium down to be like Real Madrid and Bayern, mate. Yeah, well, there you go. We're now exactly like them because they're getting banged by Man City as well.
I know, man. Arsenal not going out the group, man. I'm telling you now, man. I'm making an early prediction. Arsenal don't leave the group, man. Next season.
Have you seen the different kind of fish? You know, pot 3, bro.
I know. I heard. You know, that's mad. Real Madrid in pot 2.
Real Madrid are pot 2. Bayern Munich be pot 1, and Galatasaray are in pot 4. That could be the group of death, mate. And I'm telling you, we'll finish 4th. Imagine Martin Odegaard away in Galatasaray. Like, he shriveled for the weekend, mate, against Brighton. Imagine him up against them lot in Turkey. Like, come on, do me a favour.
Also might come out retirement and say, you know what, I'll play for Galatasaray and then dunk on Arteta. But you know what, Champions League football though, man, it's, you know what it is, man, it's serious, man. Like, I watched it last night and I was like, how far are we away from that? Like, just how far are we away from that? Like, just my club in general, like the intensity, the drive, the ability to play at that level for 95 minutes, like that is something.
They were so aggressive, man.
Yeah, and Real Madrid are one of the best teams in the world at having a different style 1 minute and then having a different style the other. They can do a bit of both. Like, they can, but they were subdued. I thought Carlo Ancelotti, though, I'm not gonna lie to you, he got it wrong with the Rudiger decision, man. Not playing Rudiger when he had it.
Mate, Militao, is a liability, mate. Yeah, and he's better. Me personally, I think he is better than David Alaba at centre back. Yeah, so he should have gone with Rudiger and Rudiger and Militao. But they need a new defender, mate, because neither of them are good centre backs. Like, Alaba's been a great player over the years, but he ain't a centre back, mate. I don't care what anyone says. He's a left back.
Yeah. Well, he was a midfielder, left back. You know, he's been kind of moved around everywhere. You know, what I mean, he's only just been a centre back for the last 2 or 3 years.
He's got versatility.
They love that though. Don't they?
Versatility.
You know what it is?
Arsenal are linked to Ferland Mendy. Bro, that guy drinks more Sylvester than I do. Yeah,
bro.
That's all we need is a drunk
stay
left
away
back.
From him, man.
You know, saying that, if he is a drunk left back, at least he'll be at left back. He won't be wandering off.
He might be inverted. You never know, man. He might play that little Zinchenko role. I don't think you need Ferland Mendy. Like, listen, man, he's up and down. He's inconsistent, man. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Don Carlo got it wrong, but he's almost allowed to get it wrong, man. When you look at the career he's had, how many Champions League he's had, he's actually human. We actually know that Don Carlo is actually human. And you know what? He's got it wrong in certain decisions. I thought the midfield, for me, that's why they're going for Jude Bellingham, man. They need some legs in there. They need a bit of energy in there. Jude Bellingham will provide that. I think Cruz is finished at the highest level. Let's be honest,
he's done.
man.
Yeah, he's over, mate.
Yeah.
He's been done
You know,
for time, mate. I was looking on Real Madrid's Twitter this morning. I was just going through all the
you
comments.
love a good browse, innit?
Especially when it comes to Madrid fans, man, because they are relentless, bro. Right? Their fans are sitting there saying, Ancelotti's got to go, Benzema's got to go, Modric, Cruz, get them all out. Get them all out, start again. They're not good enough. Yeah, it's been great. Well done. See you later. Yeah, and it's like, if that was our clubs, they would go, but look what he's done for the club. Look at what they've all, you can't cuss. And you'd have angry fans having a go at them. Yeah, but pretty much most of them are on the same page. Like, and
Wow.
Ancelotti came out last night and said, getting to the Champions League semi-final is a success. Yeah, and I know what he's doing. Yeah, he's either been told his job is safe, right, which is why he said that, but that's triggered so many of their fans. They're like, Champions League semi is a success, especially after their former president said you have to win it, and it ain't success if you win it. He said that last week. He said it's obligation to win it, yeah. And if it's not that reason, then maybe he's trying to get sacked.
Yo, listen, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's out of character for Ancelotti to say that. Yeah. That's very, very out of character.
4 times.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. Maybe when you win it, I think maybe what he means is we're always in the final. That must be a good thing that we're always in the final. Maybe he comes across it like that because obviously they've won it so many times. The fact that I'm here now, maybe a bit arrogance to say, yo, listen, I'm here in another final. I went to the final last year and won it, but I'm still here in the final again, and that's still a success in a way. So I feel like he's saying it from that kind of arrogance rather than, kind of almost like, basically a serial loser. A serial loser will probably say that more often, but this comes down to arrogance. I'm still here, and it's still a success that we're here. You know what I mean? So, boy, mad.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. The big up Matty, man, Southern Gooner. Make sure you sub to. My mum takes the piss out of me. You know that every time she counts how many times I say, yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Like she goes. So now I'm starting to laugh when I'm saying it.
Say it's mad in the dunya, man. It's mad in the
dunya. Yeah, this is a true point. Make sure you sub to Matty's channel, Southern Gooner. Big up for the love, bro. Our fans should have pitchforks and torches out because we were miles ahead of that team in the league and flat out capitulated. And that's a great.
But you know what your Arsenal fans were saying though? You see what your Arsenal fans were saying online? I couldn't believe it. He goes, "Oh look, that's the reason. They're beating Real Madrid. So how do we have any chance of winning the league?" And I was like, "Oh my god, you Arsenal fans!"
I've seen them say as well that well, we did better because we scored a goal at the Etihad.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that.
They didn't say that. We lost 4-1. At least we put up a better fight. Like, come on, man. Ridiculous. Yeah, I can't wait for next season, bro. Yeah, it is going to be absolutely insane.
Bro, I don't know if I can wait, man. After this treble, I don't know if I'm not going to be here anymore, man. I'm gone. Who wants my YouTube channel?
My Man City is going great, mate. I'm on for a treble. I won the league last year. I've extended for another 2 years.
You shameless guy, man.
Yeah, I'm going to back up the Mahrez shirt every game next season.
Mahrez, Viva Algeria.
I'll
tell you what, man.
Look at this
got a big fan base, man.
It goes, his mum's playing League on a bingo. We've got league. Yeah, we've smashed the stadium down to be like Madrid. Yeah, been waiting 19 years. They're ones, you got to tick off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. League on a bingo is alive and well. Big up to everybody who plays along.
That's crazy, man. I'm not like. Do you reckon they're going to do it though? Be honest, like, are they going to do this treble? Like from your point,
they're going to win the league against Chelsea at the weekend, so that's one. Yeah,
that's one.
I think they'll beat Inter comfortably. And a cup
final. But look at their record, though.
Yeah, but their record against Real Madrid weren't great until this season. Do you know what I mean? So, and the way they've managed the games against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid has just been different level, mate. Like they have. But can you imagine? Can you imagine if Inter Milan win it with Mkhitaryan, Darmian, and Lukaku?
Lukaku! I always
Hey,
loved you, man. I always liked you.
apparently they were deemed dead wood, and now they're in a Champions League final.
Bro, it's true, But also, it just shows you that the right manager, the right balance to the team, do it properly. And you know what? He's got a good record in competitions, man. That Simeone guy, man. He's doing well, in this Champions League. Like, if you look at how far he's gone.
75, I think he's got 75 or 78% win percentage in knockout.
There you go.
Players. That's mad, isn't it?
That's mad, So fair play to him, man. You know what I mean? What's she saying?
She's just laughing at me. No, it's crazy though, because I do think they'll batter him. I think the one game that is sticky, and I know this sounds stupid, it's probably Man United. Because
because it's a derby. It's a derby.
It's a derby. It's at Wembley, so it's and it's
neutral.
And it's a neutral stadium. It's not their own stadium. So, and it's Man United who have already won at Wembley this season to win a cup
twice.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you won the semi. You won the semi.
Yeah,
to get
won the semi.
finals.
Obviously, it was in penalties, but it was a good memories, isn't it?
And that's the thing. You haven't lost at Wembley under this manager yet.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
and Pep Guardiola's lost to Arsenal a few times at Wembley, mate. So
lost to Leicester.
The thing is, as well, exactly. And I think the thing as well is the Champions League final is a week after the FA Cup final.
Yes.
So they're going to be super. Obviously, they're elite mentality. They'll focus on one game at a time, of course, yeah. But in the back of them players' heads, maybe they'll be thinking, Champions League next week.
But also, I'm not saying that anybody should injure any players here, but you don't want to get injured as well in that game as well. So you don't want to be like, because that's the biggest game, and it's obviously Champions League, the big. You don't want to be kind of getting into tackles and doing this and doing that and and whatnot. So I understand it in a sense, but I just think for me, these United players, what motivation do you have now? You have the chance to stop Man City from winning the treble. You have the chance to go at this Manchester City team and stop history. Stop them doing what you did in 2009 or what the club did in 99, sorry. Like, stop them. You got a chance. So make it count. You're not out of control, are you? You're not as if something's out of your control and we're singing Forza Italia, but you do have control. So
100%. 100%. And I think it depends how you end the season. Like, if you get in the top four, the buzz will be there. You've already won a cup. You've then got another cup final. You can stop them doing the treble. Bro, it's the easiest team talk Ten Hag will ever have in his life. All he's got to do is show Man United lifting the treble in 99 and say, we are not letting that lot do that. That ain't happening. They've already bagged the league. They're in the Champions League final. We stop them in this cup final and ruin it. They can do a double call. They ain't equaling our treble. That's all. That's the easiest.
If they do that, if they don't do it and they get embarrassed, bend them all, man. I'd start again, me. I generally would start again.
You're going down that route, yeah? Just bin everyone.
No, honestly,
I'm loving it, because after the 7-0, you were coming on here with chest saying, "No, let them all go. You can't get rid of these." I'm liking it.
No, but honestly, if that moment there, and they put an embarrassing performance, I swear to you, I couldn't care less. Sell them all, man. Because if in that moment your mentality drops and your head drops and you don't even have no belief and you just give up, if you give up at that moment to let them go on to win the treble, like, honestly, bin them all. Because at the end of the day, it's like, what did you want? At that point there, you didn't fight. You didn't even back the cause to say, you know what, for one game, we're going to make sure we're in it.
But that's why Real Madrid fans are fuming, because they went out with just limp, weak, spineless yesterday. So they're saying, like, you've been great players for us. You've been here a long time. You've won a lot of trophies, some of these players. I mean, Modric, I think, has won five Champions Leagues. Benzema, 5 Champions Leagues. They're big players, man. Big players. Vinicius Jr., another one. Even though he's young, he's still won a lot and he's played a lot of games. Yeah, and the thing is, the way they went out, it's about how you lose. Yeah, if you're going to go out there and get battered against Man City, yeah, at least have a fight in you. At least have a go. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And if Man United do that, I agree. Mate, Luke Shaw shouldn't be there, regardless, but he signed a new deal. David De Gea signing's a disgrace. Yeah, that is a disgrace. Yeah, there's plenty of goalkeepers out there. Go and buy a better one. Yeah, but it's cost cutting. We're doing it with Reece Nelson. We've offered him a third chance, 3 different contracts. He's out of contract next month.
Get rid, man.
Exactly, but it's cheaper to keep Reece Nelson and pay him 80 grand a week for 5 years than it is to go and buy a proper right winger, to help Saka out. It's cheaper, isn't it?
I don't know what he is anyway. To be fair to you, like he's not a 10. He's not a winger. I don't know. He's a hybrid of a bit of everything, really.
The man said hybrid.
No, but I'm being serious, man.
Jordan Stones.
Yeah. But I don't know what he is, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I look at him and I think, is he a winger? Is he a striker? Like you know, a little bit like Oxlade Chamberlain.
Yeah. He's a bit. He does play a bit all over the place. For me, his best position is left wing.
Left wing.
But he can play right, and he's pretty good on the right. The one thing I'll say about Reece is he can cross a ball, like consistently well. Yeah, and that will always cause problems if you have the right type of striker in the box or have good movement in the box. Yeah, but bro, he's been here since he was about 10, I think, through the academy. Just get rid of him, man. Yeah, just get rid of him.
Bro.
Yeah, he was the original star boy. Yeah, he was the Pets project. Yeah, he was our Raheem Sterling. That was what it was being touted as when Arteta got the job. He's going to make him our Raheem Sterling. Okay.
How many projects do you have, man? That what is it? Academy? What is it? The Hale End. The Hale End, really? What's it really done? Apart, obviously, you got Saka and whatnot, but Smith Rowe's not really done anything. You know, Nelson's not done anything.
Bro, let's be real here. As good as Saka is, he's won one FA Cup.
Well, there you go.
That's it. He's not even played Champions League football yet.
Yeah.
Martinelli's not played Champions League football yet. Like Smith Rowe's not played it. So it's like we're going to see how good these players are next season. Like we're going to see.
Yeah, 100%. And that's going to be where you kind of like you can judge them and whatnot, and you kind of put them to that threshold. But I think for me, I don't know, man. It's just one of them where you keep players just maybe for the quota, in it, maybe because obviously you've got to keep a certain amount of English players in the team. Reece Nelson obviously is English, or unless he plays for Jamaica, I don't know. So, they've got to keep a certain quota in it. It's just for the club, innit? It's just for the club. To kind of keep
Reece has not been given chances. Reece Nelson has had chance after chance after chance. Yeah, at Arsenal. Yeah, and he's been deemed not good enough by 3 different managers. Yeah, Wenger didn't play him. He could have been. I think he's 23. I think he was hanging around the team at the back end of Wenger.
Back end of Wenger, he was. I knew he was. Yeah.
Then Unai Emery never bothered playing him. Yeah, now this manager ain't playing him. Then he's been on loan here, there, and everywhere. Bro, just let him go, man. Just let him go. Yeah, I wouldn't keep him.
Let him go.
He's an all-right player, but I don't want all-right players at my club. I want the top, the best. Yeah,
I think you get good money for him,
Well, we can't get anything. He's out of contract.
Oh yeah, he's out of contract, isn't he? Yeah. So I'm saying now, look at that player there. You're looking at what's that guy that plays for Nottingham Forest? He's called. He used to play for Wolves, but he went for big money for Nottingham Forest.
Gibbs White.
Gibbs White, yeah. I'm not saying Gibbs White is Reece Nelson and whatnot, but I'm saying that sometimes when you sell them, when they've got like 2 years left on the contract, you can actually get like 30 million out of them, man. 30, 40 million. And everyone's thinking, whoa, what do you mean? But there's always that one club that pays that amount of money. You just got to gamble. Say, right, we're going to sell him.
Somebody could go and buy a Smith Rowe or something for 40 mil. Comfortably 40
But he was worth that when Aston Villa wanted him. Why? You should have sold him then. And then later on, maybe if he does well in the next 2 or 3 years, you have a buyback clause like Man City, what they do with Lavia. Yeah. Then you say, you know what, we'll buy you back in 2 years when you've developed.
I do think we will sell Smith Rowe this summer. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much on here, but I've heard a few stories about training and like off-field activities and stuff. Yeah,
you can tell. You can tell.
A couple of times he's been warned a couple of times, which is part of the reason why he ain't been playing. From what I've been told by a couple of different people, different things, but. Yeah, for me, I think he could be gone, mate. And then that means that Gibraltar guard will end up with number 10, and our fans will have the wet floor signs and their pants around their ankles again. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, man,
we've got a new number 10. Oh,
he's a good player. I'll have him, man. I keep saying that. If you want to sell him, I'll take him.
Bro, you can have him, mate. You can have him. He is one of the most overhyped footballers of a generation, mate. Yeah, but Arsenal
he's a good player, man. I think he's a good player.
Bro, he's a good player when there's no pressure. Yeah, as soon as there's pressure. Yeah, same with Ozil. Ozil was a good footballer. When the pressure's on, folds. Yeah, they shrink, they disappear. Like I don't.
In big games, he doesn't turn up as much. When the kind of going gets tough, maybe you can see him not really there. I know what you mean.
Grab hold of a game and dictate the game. You don't
like De Bruyne. He's not on De Bruyne's level. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know what it is? That's the barometer, though. I want every player to play like De Bruyne because that's the level you got to get to. Yaya Toure, all these big game players that turned up in big games.
Look
Wayne
at
Rooney,
Caicedo this season, yeah? Caicedo's playing for Brighton. Yeah, absolutely dominated against us. I know they lost against Man City at the Etihad, but he dominated that midfield on his own, mate. Yeah, he was flicking the ball over Rodri's head and that. Like, it was just a joke. Yeah, and against Man United, he was quality. Against Chelsea, he was quality. Against Tottenham, he was quality. Go and get me Caicedo. Yeah, and I know he's a different position. Yeah, but go and get me Maddison. Yeah, Maddison turns up in big games. Maddison scores in big games. Yeah, and he's playing for Leicester. Like, so, like, listen, it is what it is, man. They ain't going to do what I want. Yeah, and we're just going to go round and round on this merry-go-round, isn't it? Like, doing, top 4 is a trophy. Bro, can you imagine? Can you imagine, real talk, right? If we did end up with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in the same group. Or Real Madrid and PSG.
We're 4th. What pot are we in, by the way? Shit, I can't really jump. We're not in pot 4. We need to get to pot 4. But if we do get 4th, is that
how it works, though? Is it go off league position? No, it doesn't. Because we're in pot 3.
I'm not sure. I think it is, you know.
No, we're in pot 3, bro. And we're going to finish second.
So where will we be in then?
It goes off the coefficient, I think, yeah? Right? And because we ain't done nothing, Villarreal have got a better coefficient than Arsenal in Europe.
Yeah, Villarreal, bro, they won the Europa League, man.
United are in pot 2 as well.
Yeah.
Man City are a disgrace. I'd take Man City right now, mate, all day long. I'm on loan to Man City. How dare you have a guy in my club?
Pot 2. Okay. Maybe because he went to the Europa League final and whatnot. And
maybe. And Andrew was in the Champions League this season.
Yeah.
So, well, for a little bit.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Seriously, man. You know what it is here? I just feel like for me, like, it's like we're getting in the Champions League, but you know what it is here? If you don't have a plan, it's embarrassing when you go out, man. If you don't go at least go far and have a try for it, it gets embarrassingly, man. I remember us, man. RB Leipzig, man, getting knocked out to an energy drink cup, man. I remember that rant, man. Energy drink cup, we got beat, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, bro, I just think, man.
It's almost like you need new ownership, say. Talk to me about the owners.
Oh, mate,
grab a drink while you're going. I'm just going to go fridge. One sec, keep going.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's a joke, Reaper, man. It's not looking like it's going to happen till probably the season finishes. I'm not going to lie to you. It's got to the point now where I think with the ownership situation, they're waiting until whether we make top 4 or not. That's what I believe. They're waiting until we make top 4 or not. Like, that's the only way I can look at the situation. I'm like, why are you not selling? You've got Sir Jim Radcliffe has put a better package than Jassim. But you've got Jassim who's made the highest bid. But yet still, it's not the value of what the Glazers want. The Glazers evidently want 6 billion. They've not put 6 billion. I think they put about 5.6. Every day I'm hearing a different number every single day. So it's hard to judge what number there is. But I think they're leeching the club, man. That's all they're doing. And you know what? It's got to a point now where I don't know what they could do, what they're capable of doing. Because if they're not going to willing to sell to the summer, they could go back to the summer. But you know what? This is all a waste of time. Apparently, the Rain Group, who are overseeing the whole situation and the ownership, they're pissed off now, Lee, because Jassim has gone straight to the club. He's actually not gone to Rain Group, which now is getting a bit political. You know, it's like it's becoming like a Netflix drama now, where you find out he's gone behind your missus' back, and then all of a sudden it's all kicking off, and then the head boss is here and.
Going to be on Jeremy Kyle and that soon, yeah?
Jeremy
the results of the paternity test are in.
Why did they get rid of Jeremy Kyle, man?
Father.
Why did they get rid of Jeremy Kyle, man? Honestly, that used to make my day, man. That show,
was class, wasn't it? It was so good,
class, man.
Yeah, Jeremy Kyle, 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, sit there ready, eating your breakfast, like chilling. It was good, man.
You know what? Makes you appreciate your life, innit? You know what I mean? Jeremy Kyle, man. Fair play.
That's funny.
Honestly, man. But
when do you think this takeover is going to happen, though? Like, do you see it being done in the next couple of weeks before the season ends, or is it just going to drag on even longer?
No, I think, like I said, I read a report today by the Telegraph, and he said it won't be done by the end of the season, man. So it won't happen before the season ends, which is a joke. You know, the season ends in 10 days. Like, does anybody know that?
I can't wait. I'll be on the beach with my Man City shirt.
Next Sunday, the season ends, man. Like, so it's not going to happen before then. And then everyone's going to go on holiday. Well, to be fair, we've got the FA Cup final. they're not gonna do it then. And then after that, it's bro, they're just taking a piss now. And it should have happened in mid-Easter. That's what they said. They go, Easter, watch out for them days, getting the fans excited. But that was just to kind of get the fans off their back, because it was like we didn't sign anyone in January. I'm not gonna lie to you, I should have been more pissed off in January for what happened. But I said, you know what? The club is back, they're selling the club, it makes sense. But they're lying to us, man. They're lying to us. And you know what? Sooner or later, man, it's gonna get ugly, man. It really, really is, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. If that last game of the season, I'll tell our fans just don't turn up, man. We just make an empty Old Trafford and say we don't turn up until we know what's going on. But again, we won't do that because
no, you won't.
Apparently,
your fans just want to be there and
yeah, exactly. I've said it though.
Like
I put it out there, Lee. I said, listen, why don't we do it? Because I did it against Liverpool, but not enough people went. But the problem is, not enough people care about it too much, and it's apathy in it. It's the fact that we've just got so many day trippers, and literally each their own. I'm not here to police what people do and how they go about things, but it just seems like it's like this is what we should be doing. I'm like, listen, if you empty the stadium, I'm telling you now, man, that will make a significant statement to be like, the fans are not happy. They want you gone. Imagine you don't turn up to an event. Like, imagine I don't turn up to your, I don't know, there's the birthday party or something like that. You know that I'm pissed off or something's happened. You know, it makes a signal. Then you're gonna phone me later and say, "What happened, man? You didn't come." You know, you didn't turn up. So then it's the same thing with the Glazers. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit! Now we need to maybe speed the process up. Now we need to start selling up because they don't want us here." You know what I mean? Because everyone's left.
That birthday thing's funny, yeah. Because last year it was my best pal's birthday, and I forgot. Yeah, like I was busy. I just forgot.
You're a bad friend.
So he texted me. I've been mates with him 15 years. Yeah, he texted me in that evening and said, "Oh, I'm not going to wish man happy birthday," and that. So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, but I ain't forgotten. I ain't forgotten." Yeah. So this year, I've sent some long ass text message, loads of memes and gifs and all of this and everything on WhatsApp. Yeah, and all I got back was thanks.
Wow.
And then I was saying to him the other day, yeah, he tried calling me and I said, no, I'm busy. He goes, call me after 5 tomorrow. So I called him. Yeah, but we're still cool. We're still we roll with each other. Yeah,
I'm glad to hear.
So I called him after 5 the other night. He didn't answer. So I sent him a text, yeah. I said, I thought we were mates. Yeah. He reads it the next morning and goes, yeah, call after 7 tonight. I've been busy. I'm washing my hair, mate.
Oh my
I'll ring him today. But I'm used to the phone. Like, I just ignore everybody.
That's a brutal friendship, man. Brutal.
Yeah, that's how we are, man. You have to be elite, bruv. Like, you have to be elite. You can't be doing none of this phase 3, phase 4. Like
straight to the point.
No, but it's true.
That's what I'm saying. This is the same. This is a phase 3 ownership. You know what I mean? This is the next stage. Then it's bidding. Then it's this. Bro, it's all dramatized, man. I just want to know we've got new owners, man. Like, that's all I want to know. Even if it, like I said to you, if it's a Jim Ratcliffe, obviously I'm going to be like, fucking hell. But at least then we've got some clear headspace as, we can move on and we can actually spend some money and buying proper quality players where we know we're going to compete. Because I'm looking at that team, Man City, and I'm like, wow, we could do with a ball carrier. We could do with people who are actually technically gifted and have the mentality to play from minute 0 to 95. I want them players that just know, like, your ass is on the line here if we don't perform. If you don't perform, someone else comes on. A person like Mahrez probably starts for most teams, but he's on the bench for Man City. Bernardo Silva, sometimes you see him not playing. Diaz at the start of the season wasn't playing. I know he was injured and whatnot, and certain things were happening, but there was a period where he was on the bench. Yeah. And now he had to buy his time in the team.
This is where Pep's such a genius. Because like, he'll sit these players down at the start of the season and he'll say to them, look, Mahrez, you've been the top scorer at this club for 2 years before Haaland's coming. You're not going to be top scorer this season because you're not going to play as many games. But
there you go.
If you want to leave, I won't stand in your way. But if you want to stay, you will get game time. You will be important to me. And you will get a lot of games over the whole season. You might not play for 10 in a row, but when you play, I need you on it. And at the end of the season, we can go and win stuff. He does the same with all of them. Bernardo Silva's the other one. Kevin De Bruyne was on the bench for about 3 games in a row.
Like, there you go, on the bench.
Grealish as well. Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? But that's what he does. You know what I mean? When it's our clubs, it's, but they're not going to come in just to sit on the bench. We'll get a better manager then. Get a better manager that can manage somebody to sit on the bench when they're better than most teams' starters. Do you know what I mean? Pep does that, bro. Our managers ain't going to do that because our managers are signing up players that shouldn't be here. Luke Shaw, De Gea shouldn't be at United. Reece Nelson shouldn't be at Arsenal. Eddie
And that
Nketiah shouldn't be
ruthlessness,
at
though.
Arsenal.
You know, I don't know if you've seen the quote today from one of the directors or CEOs, Soriano, I think it is. He said, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, they've all spent money, I think he said. But that's not the difference why, that's not the reason why we're in finals. He goes, it's down to obviously recruitment. It's down to obviously certain other things as well. It's true. Because if everyone spent money here, but maybe you haven't got the right manager, maybe you haven't got the right mentality of your team, you've bought wrong. You've done some things that are wrong, really. Let's be honest. So there's a reason why you're not in this team, mate. So it's about, some people can say it's spending money, but also it's about spending it wisely, man. Don't just spend 40 million on Donny van de Beek, but they have no success route to the team. Don't just spend 80 million on Maguire because he's English and he's a captain for England. Like, do your due diligence properly, man. And that's the problem. It comes down to recruitment. You buy quality. Look at Brighton now. Brighton's the model now. Caicedo, all of these players from South America. Look at them. They're ballers at a young age. Enciso's 19. Alvarez, 14 million. And our teams are overpaying for players. You spent 50 million on. How much did you spend Jesus on? How much was he?
45.
45. Again, he's a good player, but again, is he going to take you to that next level? No. They've just literally sold you a cast-off. Zinchenko, 35 million, cast-off. 2 cast-off, and they've what? What have they got money out of that? 70, 80 million out of that? Thank you very much. Akanji, they bought him for what? 40 million? He's about to win the league.
Yeah.
You see the recruitment there?
Alvarez is quality, mate. And the thing is,
so
he's South American, so why didn't they find him? One of the best young talents in South America. Why didn't we get him? Because we're going down this youth project route. Well, he's young, isn't he?
You bought that Brazilian player who's at Norwich now.
Who scored 1 goal for them all season, I think.
Is he actually doing well, though? Is it? What's he like?
Norwich, bro. I can't lie. Let me have a look at him. He cried when he scored.
Any Norwich fans in it?
Bro, he cried. Yeah, he cried when he scored.
Yeah, I remember that when you did that. You got slated for that. You got slated for that.
Oh, sorry, I'm lying. He scored. Oh no, that's a different Marquinhos. Hang on.
That's Real Madrid Marquinhos. He probably got more goals than him.
Yeah, he's played 11 games in the Championship, 1 goal, 1 assist. Going well, isn't it?
Wow. You know how many games they played?
And that 1 goal and that 1 assist was in the same game.
Oh my days! But that's your South American Neymar, though. That's your South American Neymar there, right there. How much did you buy him for, by the way?
Well, this is funny because he was a free signing. But Arsenal, to keep good relations with the club that he played for, gave him 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Go on, Edu. Well done, mate. Handing out 2.5 million for a free player.
No, 3 million you bought it for. 3 million.
This club's a joke. It is a joke. Absolute joke, man. But what can I do? All I can do is keep the standards high. When there's super fans out here trying to keep the standards low, arguing with Rio. Yeah, like telling imagine having the audacity, when you're sitting talking to one of the best British centre-backs of all, or English centre-backs of all time, one of the best defenders of all time, right? Who's won 6 league titles, 2 league cups, a 2 Champions League, a Club World Cup, an Intertoto Cup. Imagine sitting there after he's worked under the greatest manager of my lifetime, saying, "Nah, no trophies are better than 1 Rio." Come on, man. This is what I'm up against, bro. You have it on the other side with the fella who's from Nottingham.
Who's that?
Goldbridge.
Oh yeah. Bro, listen, man. It's crazy out here, man. But I think for me, you know what it is, though, man? It is. You know what? The fans have just got to raise the standards, isn't it? Really, ultimately, like if we don't stand up and you know what it is here. If we accept media, like we're literally going in for Rabiot, and they're going in to buy proper quality players. We're getting cast-offs. If you don't raise the standards now, like it's just gonna get worse and worse, man.
The only world-class player you've signed in the last 5 years is probably Casemiro.
Yeah,
that's it. And
that's it, really.
We haven't signed any. When was the last time we signed a world-class player? We ain't. Last time was probably Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, And to be fair, when he came in, he was still
And he
raw.
was on the bench at Barca.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a game.
You know what I mean? So Casemiro. People say Varane, but Varane, like I said to you, I think he got element of world class, but I think maybe not at his highest peak. Whereas Casemiro is still at his peak. I think with Varane, he's there. Don't get me wrong, but is he on top of his game? I don't know, because he's got a lot of injuries and whatnot. So I don't know, man. But Casemiro, you can say, is clear. He's going into any team. Whereas maybe Varane isn't getting into Man City centre back situation right now. You know what I mean? With Diaz and
Casemiro
Stones.
would get game time all day long at Man City.
Yeah, he'd get game time all day long. You know
I don't think he'd play every week because of just how Pep is. Yeah, but Varane ain't getting in their team. And I like Varane. I think he's quality, but he's always injured. Yeah, and I think that the centre-back pairing they've got, any of the pairings they could do at Man City, I don't see any of your centre-backs edging their way in that team. Lisandro Martinez is quality. I like him. I think he's a top player. Varane, I think, is just quality, but I don't see him getting in over Diaz and Laporte or Diaz and whoever else you want to put next to him, or Laporte and whoever. He ain't getting in.
Yeah, you ain't getting in. Yeah. And to be fair, he wouldn't get into Pep's team anyway because he can't play out from the back, man. On the ball,
said Ronaldo was world class when you signed him. I don't think he was. Not this time round. Not this time round.
World class finisher, but not world class player. Maybe 100% not.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, oil money. The oil money at City.
You need it, man. I'm telling you, guys. I'm part of the oil money shameless. Jassim comes in. But you know what I mean? The oil money's there, man. I'm living it. And but listen, Man City can say, "Oh, what a hypocrite." We don't care. We don't care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
We don't care.
We are going to wrap this up, people. This has been lit as always. What you got coming up, man?
Yeah, I'm actually jumping on the show with Rants now, and then I got the calling show at 4:30. So make sure you tune in, man. Calling show. The actual question is, are we going to stop the treble? So tune in and then come on, have your say, man. But yeah, man, come over to Rants' channel if you're free now. But yeah, love for having me on, man. And make sure you like the video, man. Come on.
Make sure you sub to his channel as well, people. It's in the title. And there's 1,364 people in here. So make sure you are subbing to me as well, and to Said, and to my second channel. I will, as soon as the season ends, I will be posting every day on that second channel. Until then, it's just yeah. But every day I'll be having a video in the summer on that second channel, people. So
you'll have free time at that time. No football.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll be getting up in the morning. I'll be recording 3 for this channel and scheduling them.
Yeah.
And then I'll record 1 for that one, just whack it straight out every day. So then I'll be sat on the beach like that with my Mara shirt on, thinking about the treble win. Like, would he be the most decorated African footballer in the Premier League? Or is he already? Who is
Samuel Eto'o? Did he win everything? He didn't win the Premier League, did he? Yeah. So it would work. It work in tango, innit? Yeah, it wouldn't work in tango anyway. But I know what you mean.
Most decorated African Premier League players. Hold up. Well, this is total. I can't find Premier League. Samuel Eto'o won 18 trophies. Yaya Toure 18. Fucking hell. Drogba 17. Oh, look at Kanu. Big up Kanu, bruv. Kanu's on 15. Where's Mahrez? How many's Mahrez got? I don't even know how many trophies he's won. It's got to be quite a lot, isn't it? That's it. Salah. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up, people.
Yeah,
we're going to wrap this up. Otherwise, I'll be sat here for ages looking at it. But yeah,
man, big up.
It is what it is. Make sure you go and check out Rancy's show. Is that on Twitch? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Go and check that out, people, and sub to Said before we go, and smash a like. There ain't even 500 likes. That's shambolic. There's 300 likes. Mate. Shambles. Sack the lot of you. We're out. Big up to everyone who was putting super chats in as well. If I didn't read them out, I did reply in the comments if it was off topic. So blessed for that as well. We're out. I'm done for the day. And the thunder and lightning lasted for 2 lightning bolts and 2 rumbles of thunder.
That's it, man. That's it. We're actually getting decent weather around here. 21, 22. Not bad.
That's not bad. It's not bad. That's summer for you lot, man. Yeah, make the most of it.
Yeah. That's winter for you lot.
I feel it is. Yeah, that's a normal day in December or January or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, we're out. I'll tat her out.
You got me.
Laters.